my name is Pamela Walker. I'm a senior manager at Ernst & Young. I work in the scientific research and experimental development tax credits and other business tax incentives group. So you might ask, how does a toxicologist get a job at an accounting firm? And I can absolutely guarantee or assure you, I already said this to the table that I'm sitting with, is that I work at an accounting firm, but I have a really hard time doing my own taxes. So I'm not an accountant. No one expects me to be an accountant. That doesn't mean I'm bad at my job. It just means that that's not part of my job description. So we'll get there. I'll tell you, I have a master's degree in genetic toxicology, so I'm a genetic toxicologist. My first job was, well, my husband is an RCMP officer, and so we have been around. We've been around the block a few times. And so my first job after graduating with my master's was working for the Ministry of Natural Resources in Northwestern Ontario, doing fish surveys. So I had hip waders up to here, and I was counting fish in nets. So that was my first job, and sort of within my field, because really, what else is someone with a master's degree in genetic toxicology going to do in Northwestern Ontario? Really, it's just not a hotbed for research, let me tell you. So I did that job. I also worked as a swim coach, and I worked at the local high school. So again, you know, bided my time. We ended up in Montreal in '98. I got a job at Charles River. At the time, it was Clin Charles Bioresearch. Before that, Bioresearch, so it's preclinical research. I worked there for 15 years. My initial job was a research scientist and study director. Networking is huge. I tell a lot of my friends my ex-colleagues from Charles River too, you know, you're so busy with your life when you're happy in your job. I say to Melissa again, you're happy in your job and you think, well, what do I need to network for? My network was in the US, you know, working at a CRO. It was US clients basically that I dealt with. That didn't help me here. And so I made a real concerted effort to get out there when I started at Charles River, at EY, at Ernst & Young, to get out there and meet people. I joined the Women in Bio group, the chapter of Montreal, and now I'm the co-chair of that group. Our goal is to advance women and men as well. You are not excluded, please come. But it's to advance women in life sciences. We have great programs, we have mentorship programs, and we also have Young Women in Bio, where we have events and sort of tutorial kind of things where we do lab tours for students. We try grade 9 girls to bring them around to see them, to let them see what science is all about. It's a really great group. I encourage all of you to look us up at womeninbio.org to see. We hold events every month. They're usually around either networking, professional development, and then we have science kind of events too, where we have people come in and present their research. I'm trying to think. The other thing I would say too is, you know, my experience obviously is in preclinical research. There are almost 100 CROs in the Montreal area. Okay. Don't forget that, and that's not just obviously that's clinical, preclinical, and analytical labs that are doing contract research. That's the hotbed. Okay, so you know, Svet talked about the sort of outsourcing of everything. For us in Montreal now, that's a good thing. Okay, it's not a bad thing. It's actually positive for scientists right now. I know it was a blow when we lost a lot of our big pharma. But there are, you know, as companies outsource more, big pharma, they have fewer science positions anyway. They're outsourcing more, and all that work is going to those CROs. So we also, at Ernst & Young, we have a CRO group. We get together once or twice a year. It's all people from the CRO industry, and they're part of a lobby group as well. I can't take part because I'm from Ernst & Young and we don't do lobbies, but it's a great sort of forum for people to get to know about the CRO industry in Montreal.